Welcome to webinar 4. This webinar is a part of a project funded by the European Union Seabridge program. So in this webinar, we will uh, focus on the resource efficiency and the sustainable production in the composite industry. So we will we will examine how composite production can be made more efficient in terms of resource efficiency and sustainability. So resource efficiency and sustainable production have become one of the cornerstones for the future of the composite industry. So we will try to address a broad perspective, starting from the definition of the concept of resource efficiency and how it's effectively applied in the composite production processes, and areas such as energy and water efficiency all at the same time. So in addition, innovative application and legislation in the sector regarding sustainable production processes will also be discussed. Resource efficiency not only ensures environmental sustainability, but also paves the way for more efficient, more economical, and more competitive production processes in the industry. So again, what is resource efficiency and why is it important? So we know that the resource efficiency try to use natural resources effectively, minimize waste, and reduce negative environmental impacts. So this concept is not only about the optimizing production processes, but also about making these processes more sustainable in environmental, economic, and social term. But especially in the composite industry, resource efficiency is the whole of the strategies implemented to minimize material and energy consumption, reduce waste, and use natural resources as much as possible and as efficient as possible. The basic principles of the resource efficiency can be said: reduction, reuse, recycling, and efficient production techniques. So in the reduction part, preventing unnecessary material, energy, and water use in the production process. So that means minimizing waste and emissions. For the reuse part, making used materials usable again, for example, could be a good choice. So recycling or second-hand material use will be an important parameter for the composite materials. Recycling, so processing products or waste that have completed their lifespan and reintroduce them into the production process. So recycling in the composite industry gains importance, especially within the reprocessing of materials such as carbon fiber and glass fiber. And also efficient production techniques, optimization of in production process, um, and use of energy efficient machines to be able to use the resources more efficiently. So we see that the resource efficiency is an important element in the composite industry. So even though the composite industry is an energy intensive and material consuming sector, so if the principles of resource efficiency is applied in the production part, it may play a critical role. Uh, it's it's also important for creating competitive advantages in the composite industry. For example, achieving efficiency in areas such as material design, optimizing production processes, and managing waste reduces business costs while minimizing their environmental impacts. In addition, such practices help companies achieve global sustainability goals, which can create larger markets and also new business models and opportunities. So that's why resource efficiency is an approach that not only a single company, but the entire industry should adopt because all the sectors are linked to each other. So globally, resource efficiency targets are becoming increasingly important in order to prevent depletion of natural resources and reduce negative environmental impacts. So if you look at the global targets or global aims for the composite industry in terms of resource efficiency, a couple of points can be made. One of them is low carbon footprint. So targets to reduce carbon emissions will encourage the composite industry to switch to more environmentally friendly production techniques. So that can be achieved by the making energy-intensive processes such as carbon fiber production more more efficient. Uh, Another element could be waste reduction. So the goal is to minimize waste in the industrial production processes. So in terms of composite manufacturers, it will be important to adopt waste management strategies to reduce the negative impacts to the environment. Innovative material use, so the use of renewable, uh, bio-based and recyclable materials is increasing. Zero-based target, so many sectors are developing various strategies to achieve zero waste target. So for the composite industry, this goal can be achieved through methods such as recycling, reuse, or material optimization. So in addition to helping the composite industry become more sustainable, so these targets also enable companies to stay one step ahead in global competition. The resource efficiency not only reduces environmental impact, but also provides economic benefits to businesses, increases their market share and ensures sustainable growth in the long term. So a couple of methods could be mentioned to achieve resource efficiency in the composite industry. Uh, there could be various strategies and methods to achieve resource efficiency in the industry. So some of the materials are uh, material design and efficient production processes. So making the steps sustainable in the design stage and then production processes. So it starts with the right material selection. It also of great importance to optimize the technologies used in the production processes, so prevent material loss and shorten production time. So optimum material selection, the type of materials used in composite production directly affects efficiency. The material selection should be done carefully in terms of functionality and minimizing environmental impact. So in particular, choosing materials obtained from recyclable and sustainable sources optimizes resource use. In addition, designing materials used in the production phase to create less waste can also increase the process efficiency. Uh, Other factors that could be efficient production techniques. So traditional methods used for composite material production generally lead to high energy and material consumption. However, this efficiency can be increased with modern production techniques. For example, high efficiency infusion methods, or the use of automation and sensor technologies to reduce error in the production techniques, or uh, some non-distracting testing technologies. Uh, Innovation in material design also could be an effective method to get the resource efficiency. So optimizing material components in the design phase, using each component in minimum amounts and manufacturing with lightweight materials are elements that increase resource efficiency. So another method to get resource efficiency will be waste reduction strategies. So minimizing waste in the industry is a critical step to achieve resource efficiency. So waste management and reduction, for example, could be a critical part of the waste reduction strategies. And at the same time, reuse and recycling of waste. So in the production phase, recycling of valuable materials, especially carbon fiber, is of great importance. And so such materials can be reprocessed and put into use when they become waste. So the direct reuse of waste generated in the production processes ensures more efficient use of resources. And as a last step, maybe zero waste strategies. So adapting the zero waste principle is one of the fundamental strategies for efficient use of resources in the composite industry. Uh, Another strategy could be integration of renewable energy resources, such as use of solar and wind energy in the production processes, or energy recovery and waste energy use. For example, energy recovery is an important parameter or important strategy in composite production process. So waste heat or energy generated during production can be recovered or incorporated back into the production process. So that method increases energy efficiency and provides direct cost saving for the companies. So energy efficiency stands out as an important strategy, especially in the in the composite industry, which is a energy intensive industry. So how to achieve energy efficiency? There could be many ways, but a couple of them are optimizing the production processes. So optimization of all of the elements in the production phases, or uh, energy monitoring and management systems could be an effective way. So it may be useful to use energy monitoring and management system to effectively manage energy consumption. So this system instantly monitor energy used in production processes and detect possible inefficiencies. So providing the necessary improvements, energy management software, for example, analyzes energy use, identifies uh, inefficient areas, and provides optimized energy consumption in processes. And for example, low energy consumption techniques could be also an important strategy. So instead of high energy consumption techniques, maybe lower energy consumption techniques in the production process could be preferred. Uh, these processes or these methods could be integrated composite production techniques or heat shock technologies or accelerated polymerization methods. Uh, so it depends on the type of the manufacturing, and maybe some of the technologies could be used. So transition to zero energy or low carbon production process may offer great opportunity for the future of the composite industry. So production with renewable energy source can be achieved by integrating renewable energy sources. Renewable sources such as wind energy, solar energy, and biomass may be used to provide energy in the composite production facilities, or use of low carbon materials. So such some alternatives of the materials used in the production process can be preferred, such as bio-based resins or recycled materials. Uh, Energy efficient equipment, carbon emissions can be reduced by choosing energy efficient models of equipment using composite production, for example. And also carbon emission reduction methods are some strategies that can be used to uh, transfer or convert the industry to zero uh, energy production. So one of the critical points to get resource efficiency is the use of water and other resources in an efficient way. Because water is good for a number of different purposes in the composite industry, such as cooling, cleaning. However, improper management of water can lead to serious problems, not for the company, but for the environment and economically. So therefore, efficient use of and effective management of water is of great importance. So water consumption and so water use in composite production is generally for cleaning, uh, and maybe sometimes transportation in some processes. So however, excessive use of water not only increases operating costs, but also can lead to depletion of water resources. So therefore, water must be used efficiently at every stage. Water should be recovered in the production processes, in the recycling processes, or the reusing processes. And also water consumption um, should be monitored by the systems. Maybe that's correct for the large companies, but it could be a very efficient way to use the water. And also, uh, maybe some of the strategies can be used to save water use in the production process. Maybe with closed circuit water system. That means reuse of water in the composite industry. Maybe use possible with closed circuit water systems. So in this type of system, water is continuously purified and reused. Uh, Another strategy could be low water consumption process. So new production techniques could be developed to that minimize water requirements in the production phase. For example, instead of water cooling methods, maybe air cooling methods could be used. In addition to water, sustainable use of other natural resources could be an effective way. For example, energy and raw material use, or evaluation of waste and byproducts, or use of bio-based materials or natural materials. Alternative to the current material could be an important parameter. And at the beginning, as we said before, sustainable design or eco-design approaches could be very useful to get the efficiency in the production. So we understood that resource efficiency is a critical factor, but to make it more efficient or make it more durable in the industry, global and local legislation, regulation, and standards uh, have very great importance in shaping the whole industry. So compliance with these legislations in the composite industry is crucial in terms of adapting the production processes and achieving economic efficiency. So So composite material production is usually linked with uh, international market. So products, many of the composite products are imported. So a legislation which is global is also an important part of the transformation of the industry to uh, more sustainable way. So could be European Union legislations, for example. So the European Union has developed comprehensive environmental policies and regulations to promote sustainability. For example, the EU's Green Deal uh, include targets set for reducing carbon emission. And also the United States legislations could be an important part of this legislation activities. So, and also local legislations and national regulations are important for the manufacturers. So the regulations that composite industry manufacturers must comply with the local level may vary depending on the environmental standards of that country. Um, so those are the some practices that can be made to get more sustainable approach in the industry. So regulations and standards aimed at increasing resource efficiency in the industry not only protect the environment, but also provide a competitive advantages for the companies that apply the strategies. Um, for example, methods for compliance for sustainable production could be many. Some of them are adoption of eco-design approaches, energy efficiency investment, implementation of waste management and recycling protocols, and employee training and awareness also important. Uh, so adaptation, for example, adoption of eco design principles in composite material production will reduce the negative environmental impacts of the production phases. So that optimize both material usage and will reduce waste. Uh, for the energy efficiency investment, composite manufacturers can use energy efficient machines and low energy consumption processes to achieve energy efficiency. So in addition, the integration of renewable energy sources is an effective method to reduce energy cost and promote sustainable production. And the composite industry can adapt to recycling processes by improving waste management, for example. The recycling of waste, optimizing raw material use, and strategies for zero waste targets are important steps for compliance with the regulations. Maybe the most important of them is the employee training and increasing the awareness among them. So training employees in the composite industry on environmental sustainability and regulations is a necessary step for sustainable production. So employees should be made more aware of environment-friendly production process and also resource efficiency. So adapting resource efficiency could be an advantage for the company, and it can make the company competitive compared to other companies. For example, resource efficiency applications enable companies to gain competitive advantage by increasing their operational efficiency, and that will increase the productivity and it will reduce production costs and market competition. For example, composite manufacturers can minimize time and energy loss in production process by using resources more efficiently. So that will increase production speed and enables faster response to market demands. Um, so as resource efficiency is achieved, production costs also decrease. For example, less raw material use, reduction of waste in production processes, and energy efficiency provide companies with cost advantages. These advantages enable companies to enter the market with more competitive prices and achieve cost leadership. And market competition is also important. The increase in productivity achieved with the resource efficiency strengthens the company's competitive position in the market. The companies that adopt sustainable production methods can attract more customers and business partners, which reinforces the competitive advantages, for example, in the market. So the application of resource efficiency can provide companies with a direct cost advantage. That advantage comes from low cost production, as mentioned before. So low cost production is a is an important parameter in this part. Um, Also, companies with sustainable production methods become more attractive to environmentally sensitive and socially responsible consumers. So such companies can appeal to market segments looking for environmental friendly products, thus increasing their market share. And also, with, with whole strategies and methods, energy consumption is reduced with resource efficiency and the integration of renewable energy sources can be achieved. So that helps companies adopt more sustainable pricing strategies by reducing the energy cost. Um, all the strategies and methods will help creating brand value with sustainability for the company. Since the sustainability has become an increasingly important criterion for today's customers and the business world, so composite companies or industries can increase their brand value with environmentally friendly production processes and resource efficiency practices. So achieving resource efficiency will help companies create an environmentally friendly image that can influence the preference of the environmentally conscious consumers and allow them to appeal to a wider customer base. Companies' sustainability commitments increase brand loyalty, for example. Um, so sustainable production practices reinforce the brand's sense of social responsibility that creates brand loyalty because consumers shop more with the trust they have for environmentally friendly brands. And reputation is also an important parameter for in terms of the sustainability and resource efficiency. Uh, and also green certificates and sustainability labels will help the companies um, through environmentally friendly production methods. So that will be an effective tool for companies to promote their brands. So these labels show that products minimize negative environmental impact and also increase the marketing power of the product. So we, as a summary, we understood that resource efficiency practices not only provide environmental benefits in the company, but also strengthen companies' competitive advantages, reduce cost, and increase brand value. So if efficient use of resources and sustainable production give companies a stronger position in the market and help them appeal to consumers environmentally friendly preferences. Sustainability also provides a solid foundation for long-term business success by building corporate reputation and brand loyalty. So thank you for joining our webinar.